Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your master of martial arts. It's not animation day. And let's just hit that button right there. The host, and I am the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters, the co-host of GD Explanations. You all should check it out. It's got good, fun stuff in it. And today is live action, what is it? Thursday, yes. We're going to do 3 more episodes of the Green Hornet, which are one is a two-parter, and then the second one's a little out of order apparently, but I can only go what's on the disc, and I wasn't paying attention, so that's what we're getting. Be that as it may, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Love the comments, and if you could watch, 4 or 5 minutes longer than normal, or just watch the whole thing. It's great. Anyway, I need to pause that as well. So, having said all that, grab yourself a big old bowl of hummus of perfection, and let's get started. And here we start out with Britt allegedly late at night after a dinner or something with his dame du jour. I don't know who that is. He's buying a newspaper from one of his sellers there, but the Daily Express, a rival newspaper, and I don't know who that's supposed to be, but that's Apple Annie, played by Nora Marlowe. And while they're buying it, the Black Beauty shows up. The Black Beauty blows up the truck, the delivery truck, and kills one of the drivers. And we're into the show. This is the Corpse of the Year, Part 1, which of course was, I want to say, it was first aired January 13th, 1967. So, of course, that means Part 2 is January 20th, 1967. And this is a good storyline, and it's not surprising that they thought of this, and it wouldn't surprise me if it happened on the radio show either. But Britt talks to Mike and Kato about the exact duplicate of the Black Beauty showing up, complete with rockets and everything. Where'd they get the plans? He doesn't care at this point in time, which is a way to gloss over how that happened. Here's our faux Green Hornet. Because he's wearing a mask, Britt should have thought about this in advance, that somebody would eventually try to either frame him or just frame him and, pretend you're him. They throw a bomb at Mike, who catches it and throws it out there and saves himself. Casey is looking very dapper, or she's very trendy in this episode, but we've got to figure out what's going on here. She gets a call from a disgruntled former employee, Dan Scully, played by Tom Simcox. Well, Mike is, of course, grousing about it, and Frank shows up, and they tell him what's going on. And there's the editor of the managing editor of the Daily Express, Sabrina Bradley. There's her secretary, who Felix Garth, Party on Garth, played by Cesar de Nova, is putting the moves on her. He kind of puts the moves on everybody. He's the lifestyle manager or something. Hornet drone is sent out because they're going to find this faker and kill him. They don't state that, but I'm sure. So the drone finds this secondary Black Beauty at night. Their day for night photography is just atrocious. Now, I'm sure if you're just watching it once, you're not really going to give it too much thought, but they cut it back in with dark, and then they get away, but then they find that it goes to Kellogg, the car enhancement something. Well, and off they go. Now, in the daylight, you can see the flat black finish of the Black Beauty. It is not shiny because they tried that and it reflected the lights back too much. So they had to go with a matte finish. Kato blows the doors open. They run in. They run out because the guy's dead. Kellogg, I would assume, is dead. Mike is, of course, yelling about something. Britt goes to the Pony Club. Well, actually, he doesn't. He goes. The Pony Club's in the other end later on. That's the president and publisher of the Daily Express, Simon Neal. And there's Sabrina again. The fake Green Hornet shows up. This young lady here is the adopted daughter of uh, um, Simon. Her name is Melissa Neal, played by Celia Kay. And the Green Hornet says he's going to shoot Britt Reed. I'm getting my Brits and Bruces. I better get those straight by the time of the next review. But he's got just a regular gun, no gas gun, no Hornet sting. Shoots Simon accidentally, and of course, Melissa yells at Britt, saying, "You were supposed to die." So there is Tom Simcox, who used to work for the Sentinel, but now he's working for the Express, but he's allegedly not happy about it. Can you see where I'm going here? Melissa talks to Britt about her father, and Kato. This episode is very Kato light, actually. So they arrange a plan. Kato and the Green Hornet go and visit Sabrina and say, "I'm the real one." Kato beats up a couple of guys. Let's see. He gets a nice sequence here, but that's about it for both episodes. Sabrina just walks out and leaves the guard just lying on the floor, and we get a nice red background. Fake Green Hornet shows up, and Felix. Let's see. Felix is dead. No party on, Garth. And he calls Casey in the middle of the night, and now he's got a plan. And they're going to the mod look at the Pony Club or whatever it's called, and they are wearing some mod clothes there. It's 1967. That's about the right time, and you can just imagine Austin Powers is sitting right over to the left-hand side, saying, "Yeah, baby, yeah." My Austin Powers impersonation is terrible. But Britt tells Sabrina to just keep Melissa occupied, and she does with a gun. So we're thinking that, everyone's thinking Sabrina's behind everything, but the Green Hornet lambs out. The fake Green Hornet lambs out. He's chasing Casey in the car, tries to run her off the road, but they start firing rockets at each other. So I would assume the second Black Beauty is not as well equipped as the original, because as far as cars go, because it would take too much time and effort to actually. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Well, we'll do that in a moment. But it would take too much time and effort to have two of the exact same cars built by the producers, not the billionaire or multimillionaire Britt Reed. So, we can tell that's not Britt, but man, they go out. It's a car chase sequence, and they just explode the car and kill the fake Green Hornet. And off they go to, allegedly, we think that he's going to save Melissa, but no, she thinks he's, what's his guts? Dan, and he's not. He's the real one. She faints because she confesses to everything, that she killed her stepfather and tried to frame Sabrina and the Green Hornet. He gives her the gun back, and she wants to call in her story, but nobody will. But she's like, no one's going to believe this. Back to the club with Casey, who is nonplussed, and Britt's too enamored of these women who are making eyes at him because they know he's the richest guy in whatever city he's supposed to be in. Can't be Gotham. And that's it. And then Mike's like, "What are you watching?" And that's the joke. So finally, that's it. A good episode, good hour episode. If they'd have done a 3-part, they could have had a little mini movie right there. Alas, I'm surprised we got 2-part episodes, as many as we did, since they were kind of trying to copy Batman, but should have copied him a little more and given the Hornet some more outre villains, more than what they got, because it was so close to the radio show that it was a little boring. And of course, they should have showcased Kato quite a lot more. Bruce Lee, too many Bruces and Brits. Oh my gosh! So now we're going to the next episode that was on my disc, which is Ace in the Hole, which was broadcast February 10th, 1967. And and if you'll look there, having a drink is Richard Anderson as Phil Traeger, but Richard Anderson wasn't he an arresting or a lieutenant on Perry Mason? Yes, he was. But that is also Oscar Madison, um, who rebuilt the $6 million man. Oscar Madison. Oscar Goldman. Yeah, I'm leaving it in. Your humble agent does make mistakes. They've made note of it twice, each time it's happened. But that's his buddy there. That's Steve Gant, Richard X. Slattery, and that's how he spelled his name. He was in Batman a couple times, I believe. I don't believe Richard Anderson was in Batman, but he was in almost all the seasons of both the Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. So they've invited the Green Hornet. Kato beats up their thugs. I mean, again, he's kicking him. You can't really see him because it's black on black. And they're like, all right. Gant doesn't want to split the take three ways because they're going to take over the town. And then, of course, Mike bumbles in yet again and gets knocked unconscious. That man had to have brain damage, more than what we'd usually think. They draw cards to see who's going to take care of Mike and kill him. And the Hornet draws the ace, which I missed. But Mike wakes up, takes a lunge, and then they allegedly shoot him. And Kato says he's dead, Jim. And now let's play just a little bit here.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal. The Green Hornet is really Britt Reed.
You know what? That's fun to hear, but I think So, yeah, they think Mike's dead. But after that, hold on 1 second, please.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal. The Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney.
And Kato.
Now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
And we're back. I just like that sequence, at least the opening, because a lot of that fight scene came from this episode. So thought I'd include it there. Casey thinks Mike's dead, and Britt has not told her. So because the fewer people that know, the less people that can blab. So they've got Mike hidden here, closed circuit television inside the house. Could have gotten in. I bet you Britt got into pay-per-view long before anybody else did. Mike doesn't know where he is. They guess Gant, who's coming over to kill him and dump him unceremoniously in there, go over to Oscar Goldman there and tell him that Gant's trying to double-cross him. And then Gant shows up and, they tell Gant first and then Oscar Goldman. They're playing each side against each other. Think Yojimbo, or if you want to go to Italy, A Fistful of Dollars, where they play both sides against it. And they're smart. I mean, this just works to perfection because aside from being a cowardly and superstitious lot, bad guys are dumb for the most part. Some of them are smarter than others, but these guys are dumb. So they watch him as they go in. He tells Casey what's going on, and she's pissed. There's the Hornet dart right there. I mean, they make Kato look like a badass in this. He gets some good fight scenes in here. Oh, well, not too many, just a few. See, she's still pissed. They turn on the closed circuit television, and look what they're watching. Inconceivable. I know that's not Wallace Shawn, but it sure looks like him because he thinks he's dead. So off goes Mike. And the Hornet's like, you gotta be kidding me here. So they're turning each of them against each other. Right here, there's two fight scenes between the bad guys. And they're just sitting there watching them. Then they finally like, okay, let's see what's behind there. You blow open that. Oh, it's the affidavit that somebody signed by Oscar Goldman. And that starts another fight. Well, about to. And then he pulls a gun. He's going to blast uh, Gant. And the fight starts all over again. And they just watched him. He's like, Kato's like, should we intervene? And finally, Mike shows up, of course, gets knocked out yet again, another concussion. That's 2 in one episode. Then they all menace everyone, and Kato just beats the stuffing out of him. The Hornet doesn't hardly have to do anything. There is a great shot. So they take Mike back, they rat out, they call Scanlon, and Traeger gang smashed. I would say, I don't know why Gant didn't get anything. Axford tells story, but he's had enough. Casey's like, you're the hero. And he's like, I don't want to be the hero. I want to be a reporter. It's easier on the head. And really, there's no concussion protocol, but there should be because he's got to have a concussion. And there we go. That is our episode here for today. Oops. Or 3 episodes. Next week, we will be doing the Batman Green Hornet crossover, which will be super fun. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't watched it in its entirety in quite some time. I don't know if MeTV does cut them up a bit. It wouldn't surprise me, but why would they? They're showing old television shows. Be that as it may, tomorrow we'll do some kind of musical act. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. We'll figure something out. Until then, my fellow agents, let's roll. This is X7, signing off.
Bruce Lee as the incomparable Kato, king of Kung Fu. Van Williams as the Green Hornet. See him play the game of death. The dragon enters the den of the secret Chinese cult. Bruce Lee in his most exciting adventure. Kato, invincible against the terror of the Tong. Bruce Lee is Kato. No one can stop him. See the fury of his flying feet. Bruce Lee, in his most famous role, battles the fanatical Lo Sing in a kung fu fight to the death. Bruce Lee is Kato in The Green Hornet, coming soon to this theater.